Every detail begins long before the first pour, inside a system built for precision.
Uniform motion, uniform spacing, so every part cures the same way every time.
Realism isn't added at the end, it's engineered into the surface from the start.
In silicone work, dust is a defect. Clean habits are part of the recipe. Before silicone becomes skin, the mold decides the story, line by line, seam by seam.
This is manufacturing at the micro level, where patience and precision shape every surface.
Steel is engineered. Softness, bounce, and surface grip are tuned like a material instrument.
Separate pieces, one outcome, designed to lock together with millimeter discipline. From raw liquid to finished form, the line never rushes. Quality is the tempo.
The process starts with purity, base silicone that behaves the same, batch after batch.
Color begins as numbers, measured in grams and refined by experience. A fraction too much or too little changes everything, so the cure is treated like a contract.
Before the pour, we remove what you can't see, air that would become flaws.
Degassing is patience made visible, seconds that protect hours of work.
A clean release layer means clean edges, no tearing, no dragging, no surprises.
The mold is a puzzle, assembled the same way every time to keep seams under control.
Softness needs a spine, internal structure that holds shape while the surface stays lifelike. Precision is cumulative. One correct fastener repeated 100 times becomes reliability. Before the next phase begins, hands become tools, clean, consistent, and ready. Seams don't happen by accident. They're designed to disappear.
First, we capture truth, so every mold starts from the same geometry.
A stable mold is silent insurance, rigid enough to protect every contour.
We remove air twice, once from silicone, once from the mold that shapes it.
The seam begins here, at an edge that closes the same way, every time.
Alignment isn't a detail. It's the difference between invisible seams and obvious ones.
A good mold closes like a promise, tight, even, and repeatable. If light can escape, silicone will too, so we test the seam before it matters.
Mixing is controlled motion, folding until the color and cure behave as one.
The first seconds decide the surface. Smooth flow, no rush, no turbulence. Seams aren't hidden with force, they're blended with chemistry and patience. Texture is the signature. When it matches, the repair becomes invisible. Precision isn't one measurement. It's a pattern of repeatable truths. Light never lies, so we let it judge the surface before anyone else can. Light never lies, so we let it judge the surface before anyone else can. The best repair is the one the eye can't find, because it behaves like the original.
The final look is planned like the build: clean, controlled, and repeatable.
Quality is documented, not assumed. Every checkpoint becomes part of the final proof.
When the surface holds the light perfectly, the work is finished, without needing words.
This is the handoff, when craftsmanship exits the line and enters the world. Protection isn't just packaging, it's restraint, balance, and calm motion. At the end of the line, certainty matters more than speed. Delivery is part of quality, because perfection must survive the journey. Good packaging isn't extra, it's engineered support, shaped as precisely as the product. The final form is only as stable as its foundation, so the base is built with the same discipline.
When the product stands on its own, the process becomes invisible, and only the result remains.
The final test is light, because light is how the world will judge the surface.